the only badass novel bitches around. So.
Oh, there we go.
I'm good to go.
Then, when the music is broken off,
Yeah, you're supposed to like. There you go.
I'm so excited for this! Flower bookmarks. These are so pretty.
We all got different designs. Mine is bamboo with
God, that was an exciting
adventure.
Hi, thank you so much. We have Erica Bauermeister, who is guest author Kayla tonight. We need a lot of tan with us tonight, you guys. All Jess Lowry, right here with us tonight. Welcome, Asha. We're so excited. Hi. Guest author Hannah Wickens. We're so glad to have you back.
Thank you. This is one of my favorite book clubs in the universe, and I'm just so grateful to be with y'all.
Tonight we have guest author Gretchen Burke. Hey, bitches.
Hello.
Just you and I today so far.
That's what it looks like.
That is what it looks like. Everybody is busy. Gotta love the summer.
Right? People coming, going, vacations.
Yeah, there's a lot. Let me see if I can pop into it on here. Then I'll see when anybody comes in so we can say howdy. That'll help too. Let's see. Whoops, daisy. No.
I hear all the birds in your backyard.
Can you?
Nice. Yeah.
It's like starting to breathe now.
The little twitters.
Oh yeah, we do have like a little something. Nothing too crazy right now.
No, yeah, just enough.
Yeah, just enough to like feel a little outdoorsy, but it's not overtaking. We'll see what happens because the stuff next door or the main road. I don't think it was too noisy when we were on last time. But back to the scene of the crime, huh?
Right. I had a little flashback.
Right.
I was like, wait, I'm not there.
Little one. Little flashback. Hi, Jessica. Welcome.
Hello.
There are a couple of gals in here. I just need to see who. Hold on. There we go. I don't know. We'll see if anybody pops in. All right. So how was your week?
My week. I had one. Today is Sunday, obviously.
Today is Sunday.
It was more happened than intended. Houston forgot that he had asked and then volunteered for a wedding, to do sound for a wedding, I should say. And then yesterday was their rehearsal, and I was planning to prep for our 4th of July party, but then it turned out that I was invited to this, so then I had to change everything and get ready for this.
Oh my gosh.
And then...
Oops, that's a last minute oopsie.
Yeah. and then I'm like, okay, I guess going to the wedding too tomorrow. So just wrapping my head around that because I was going to do more cleaning and prepping for Tuesday.
Right. Well, so now you have to what? Do it all tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, of course. You'll do no problem. You can just handle it all the next day instead.
And then just a little earlier today, I was like kind of like cleaning. I was like, I'm going to do the dishes. And Houston's like, why are you clean right now?
Because everybody's coming and you made it so that I couldn't blast today's.
Like, if not now, when?
Why else do people clean? We're going to have company.
Yeah.
Jessica's had a busy one. What have you been up to this week? Anissa, how you doing, babe? Clean this off.
How was your week?
Mine? It was good. Let me think what happened this week.
So long to think.
God, like this week just seemed long for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't like put one thought together as to why.
Sometimes there's just so much busy.
Yeah, it's just like a regular running around. I don't think I had anything extra going on. My mom's out of town still. She's out with Duz. Right. And so I've just been kind of going back and forth every weekend to help them, like, get their grocery shopping done, give them some company so that they're not, just.
Do you have a best day and time to drive yet?
So it depends on which direction we're going. Before we moved down here, we knew that if we left at like 9 a.m., that it would be a pretty quick trip down. And that was like kind of Monday through Sunday.
On the way down, because everybody's
on the way
coming to
here.
LA.
On the way there, it's kind of hit or miss. But then we would like head back usually around 2 p.m. So I don't know. We've never headed that way at 2 p.m. since moving here, but heading back was fine. I don't know. So this week was different. Everybody, I think, left town on Friday. Everyone. So there's like almost nobody on the road. It was super clear going out. Usually it takes, at the minimum, it's going to be an hour and a half. And often it's like an hour 45 or so. But it was like an hour 10.
Okay.
Yeah, it was super fast. And then coming home, we didn't hit traffic until we got to like the 15, and it was like maybe 8 minutes of traffic.
Oh, it's not bad.
We were through it. And so again, that took it was just an hour and a half home. So best day so far, but I think it's because there's less people in town for like the long holiday weekend. So does Houston have a long weekend as well? Is he off Monday, Tuesday?
No, he's not off Monday, Tuesday, but not Monday. He has the bank holidays.
Right. So it's just Tuesday for him. Yeah.
Right. Which is pretty much off anyways. Practically.
Yeah,
because a lot of people are taking the day off. So there's not going to be a lot to do. But he's going to be helping. But there's that wedding anyways.
Yeah.
So.
You're so sweet. Well, we didn't know we were only going to have 2 on the line. So Anna,
like a minute before.
Anna swore was going to be here, but I do know that they are out of town for baseball today. So I do know that. And they just posted recently about a game. So I think they're still going on. So she may not even see it. Maybe she mentioned it to us and I don't even, who knows?
But it's one of those like, my friend's son just got into the travel hockey, which I know is like a similar thing where like, I don't know how parents live those lives. Like
I won't. I can tell you that. If my kids are playing sports, it's going to be seasonal. There will be off seasons. I cannot dedicate every single weekend minus what? Like Christmas?
The unknown, all the unknowns. Like if they win, you move on. Like so many unknowns.
And as soon as like one tournament is over, another tournament starts. So, and it's like the following weekend. So I don't know. I can't live my life like that. Plus, I'm not going to live my life just following one of my children to every single one of their games for like years. No, I'm sorry. Like if you are not in pro, we're not doing it. Like there's going to be.
That's the goal, right?
I mean, that would be the goal for some, but like with Leo, he has to be super careful in his future about certain sports. So I also don't want to get him into something that I know for a fact he won't be able to play later.
Continue,
because of his bleeding disorder. So it's like, don't get him into something that he can't carry on once he's bigger and injuries are worse. I can get him into swimming.
That's
maybe some tennis. It's hard on the joints.
The swimming's good for your like breathing too.
It is good. It's good for breathing. Yeah.
Howdy.
Good evening. How was your week?
Going through people's weeks.
See, we just won regional, 8U, and week of the 10th. We'll be going to state. Yeah. See, it's just like it goes on and on and on. And I love my kids, but that is not going to be my whole life. I want to occasionally do what I want to do on the weekends, and I don't want it to be surrounding like.
But you see those like. I mean, that is what Anna wants to do, though. She
she loves it. It totally works for them. They love it. He loves it.
Like I know that's what I'm saying. I know people like it's a lifestyle.
It's
a lifestyle.
A lifestyle. That's it. Yeah, that's not my lifestyle. I'm more of a homebody, and I want to be able to like go away and take time off and not have to like. I'm not running around all week.
I have that weird like
hours.
I need schedule, but not too much schedule, because too much schedule gives me anxiety, and zero schedule gives me anxiety. Like I need to have
little
plans, but also freedom to do. I like to do spontaneous whim things.
Yes.
So
that's amazing. Just one and going to state. Well, congrats. That's one of your grandbabies, right?
What is 8U?
Yeah, let's see. Those are my grandsons.
Why am I 8U? Is that, should I know?
8, it's 8 and under.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's how much I know about sports.
Or under 8, whatever it is. And then it'd be
Okay.
like 6 and under. So it'd be like 7 and 8-year-olds are playing, that kind of thing. So I had 6 playing, made every game. The 2 boys have gone the farthest. See, you're a good grandma. You're a really good grandma. And that's what grandmas do.
Yes.
And some parents, obviously. But it's just not me. But we've never had kids that were like very good at any one sport. We'll put it that way. And
Or
Aiden,
just-
when we had our oldest in soccer, I told you, he would be the kid out on the damn field doing the hula and picking flowers.
I just
Like,
saw a video of it was volleyball, and it was when you spend, like over so much money on your kids' volleyball, and they don't even know they're in a game, and so there's the whole team, and the ball came, and they're all like, "Huh?" Kind of like the whole Daria. Remember
yes,
it was just like that, and I love Inara, but that was like how she plays. She's just like, "Oh, ball."
Yeah, some kids are just too distracted. Aiden was too distracted. Everything distracted him. And these 2 have ADHD. I cannot imagine them focusing for that long on any one thing, and then having to go to like every practice. And some of them are just like, they carry on, and then you're stuck talking to these other parents sometimes that are like, this is why I don't do it. This is why I don't do it. Anna, luckily, she's made for that shit. I'm not. Not everybody is. All right, Jessica is dealing with her new bearded dragon.
Oh,
congrats! Welcome to the family. What's your dragon's name?
That was gonna be my question. I had a bearded dragon. His name was Jerome.
Jerome.
It was named after Houston. I had just started dating Houston, and that was Houston's middle name, and I thought it was the funniest middle name.
Jerome, the bearded dragon.
I felt it was like a random middle name, so I'm like, that's my bearded dragon's name.
Yeah, some middle names are like, how?
Yeah.
They just think like you just needed one, or like they had like a nice nurse, and they were like, fuck, now I gotta name my kid after this guy. Like, right? Yay. Oh, she said one's about to break me. Made a deal, $5 a base, 20 if you make a home run.
Why would you do that?
It cost me $250 this season.
That's on you.
Yeah. We'll renegotiate next. He's got to like double it up for every 2. Then you get the same amount. We'll go harder. Wow, you're a good grandma. Adoption's coming. Adopt an adult. Haven't named it. Not sure if it's male or female. How do you tell with a bearded dragon?
So they're under, like, you can't, like, there is,
right? Isn't it like a shape in the underbelly?
Like the girl has like 1 like bulge, and the guy has 2. I think it's been a long time since I've had them. I did have 2. The males are like have wider.
They got thick necks.
Wider heads. And they act differently. They do more like the male mating things, like where they do like this push-ups.
Oh yeah, lizards
like
love
the head
their
nod.
push-ups.
Or like they'll do like this wave thing.
Yeah,
they're a little older.
Interesting. They like.
Yeah, it's like a wave.
All right. Well, I'm sure there are plenty of names in the books that we've all read together that you can choose.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe you have a favorite author you can name your dragon after.
Okay.
That's like a little more neutral. Let's see. Males have 2 bulges.
So that's what. Okay.
Females 1.
So I take it it's too young yet to probably tell then.
Too young to tell. Well, you could do like one of those neutral names, like if your favorite author is Stephen King.
Stevie.
Stevie is a nickname for that. Yeah, you should call him King.
Well, that'd be more. You can't be.
Yeah, I didn't think that one out at all. I was just like, who was like the first author that like comes to mind? Oh my goodness, that was bad. Well done, Tasha. All right, Rebecca. Whoa, a show up late. We're talking about male bulges.
Yeah, where have you been?
Welcome, bitch. You never know what you're going to be running into here. Yeah, women have 1 bulge, men have 2 in the dragon world. So they say you can tell by their
hand too.
hand and tail.
So yeah, I think that like the males are whiter, but you need, if you've never had one or have one to compare it to.
That's true.
But yeah.
We have a 2-year-old bearded male. Ooh.
Oh.
Very exciting. What's its name?
Yeah, what's yours name?
Or what's his name, I guess, since we know. It's a boy.
Beardy.
Beardy?
Oh, Mango.
Wait, he
okay.
was
okay. Okay.
Mango. That's a good name.
That's
fine.
cute.
Yeah, fruits are easy because you can go with fruits just in case.
I always put Jerome in the bathtub and they like to swim. They go.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah. Jerome traveled with me. I had him
right.
for like 7 years. I had like a little purse. He would go in.
Of course you did. Was it like see-through and shit so everybody could see he was hanging out?
What was it? It was a wicker type purse, and it had a cloth thing, and he just like kind of pop out of it. Yeah.
Stop it. That's adorable. Oh my goodness. Wow. How was your week, Rebecca? We all, are just trying to catch up because it's like hot, and for some reason we were all busy. I don't know why.
Yeah, summer is finally here.
Yeah, I didn't really do a whole lot, but summer's here. You know what I did? Some swimming. We did some swimming this week.
That's nice.
Yeah, I did some swimming today. So my hair is kind of a disaster right now. The salt water. Maybe it's just like where my hair is bleached.
There's stuff you could put in your hair.
I think I need to.
Before you go in. So
it doesn't absorb the...
Yeah, your hair will absorb the whatever you put in it first.
Well, that's why apparently swimmers wet their hair before they go in.
Mm-hmm.
Your hair's already wet. And I need to just remember that, like dump my head before I get in. But boring week. Hot as fuck. Yeah, girl. It's been hot. Yeah, we were in the like mid-90s this week. It was like the hot dry. So
finally warm here.
Yeah. And Peter's getting
it had not felt like summer until like a week ago.
Yeah. It kicked in late this year. Really did. 102 today.
Ooh.
You can keep it.
Wow.
Keep that.
I'm not complaining.
I'm not even going outside. I don't care if I have a pool. 102. There is not an amount of sunscreen on the planet that would protect me. Let's just stay out of it. Stay out of it. I even felt it with sunscreen today. I was like, I'm going to get more dark spots. Doesn't matter if I have sunscreen, I'm not burned. We've been in 101, 107, feels like 118. No. Stay inside. Stay out of that. There's no need. And you're going to base, what games are you going to again?
Outside, I'm sure.
Yeah, outside. Or do they have indoor fields that you're headed to? A lot of stuff out here. See? Hope you're enjoying the weekend. Where is everyone? We got Southern California. Oh, you mean where is everyone?
We're not anyone.
We're not enough. No. Anna is with her kid playing baseball. I think at baseball games. Des is taking a break this month. I'm not sure if she's going to be on this month. No idea. What else?
Yeah.
We just got back from a trip. She was supposed to be on, but she's chilling. She just flew in today. Yeah, everybody's just kind of going and coming and going. Living their lives, having a summer. Okay, it's baseball. There we go. No, ma'am, all outside. Fuck that. I'm sorry. I would not let my kid play in 118. That's amazing. See, that's also something. There's no summer sports for me. Unless it's indoors.
Hockey.
Okay, that I could get down with. Hockey in the summer. That's indoors. Nice and cold. Inside the bearded tank, it's 100.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a dragon, so. Grizzly, nice to see you. Sure, Cass, nice to see you. Y'all are so funny. That must be a hot beard. All right, guys. So we started a new book this month. We hit July, and July has 5 weeks, so we have an extra thickie. You know, we like them thick once in a while, especially when we get 5 weeks to read them. We're still reading a little over 100 pages a week. Still fitted into that 100-page that we do. But anyways, so we started The Time Traveler's Wife by Audrey Niffenegger, and I keep saying that wrong. Niffenegger.
Oh, I was about to say, wow, I wouldn't be able to say that. That was wrong.
I have been practicing, and then I still messed it up. It was an I, not an E. Niffenegger. There we go.
Yeah.
But I'm not. We could ask her how to say her name, but getting a hold of somebody that popular is not easy. So, anyways, so we started this week. We had a kind of funny discussion about where we were going to start and stop again. When you don't have chapters, it's incredibly difficult, but luckily these do have like chapter titles. So we were all able to figure out that we were supposed to stop at Christmas Eve 1. And would you believe it? That's on page 106. Is that where we said we were stopping?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
105 was the last.
Okay. All right. So at least there was that. But we stopped at Christmas Eve 1. Got my little.
I got my winning ticket.
Winning ticket. All right. Now, who else is doing some notey notes up in here with the butterflies?
It looks so pretty.
Isn't it? Oh, I love it.
Like, I didn't do
like all the little scallops.
Yeah, yes. That's exactly what I was thinking.
So what I do with my little scallops, they are, and this is how I'm going to keep kind of track when we start going back and forth a little bit more in the future. This first week I wasn't sure, but it was more like I did their ages, like in the top corner where the little butterfly bump is. So I started off here with Claire 20, Henry 28. So we're a little more current to their age, and then just like a little of what happened. If anything important came up. Yeah. And then let's see. Those are all my greens. My greens are if they are both in that chapter. Then let's see. Yellow is if it's only Henry. Pink is if it's only Claire. And then the blues were for any time a box item came up.
There was a good amount of box items already.
So many. Oh, I love
4. You have 4 blues?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see. There is the blue butterfly, which was a gift from his mom from her travels.
The letter
opener.
Oreos.
Yeah, we got the picnic blanket / towel. And we got the birds mentioned already.
The flip-flops too.
Yep, and then let's see.
And the towel.
Flip-flops, thermos with cup.
Everything's already been mentioned.
The blanket, yeah, and then the thermos comes back up again. She got that thermos and blanket like every.
Then I realized the thermos is on the cover.
Oh my god, that's so cute. I didn't even, and at least we have a black one.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it until like today. I'm like, oh yeah,
like matches. Yeah, got her dad's little shoes there, which she has to steal for Henry. All right. So where do we start off? We start off right off the bat where they are
in the present,
just meeting for the first time in the future, present, whatever you want to call that.
His present. The first time they meet in his present day, right?
Yes. The first time we meet Claire and Henry, it is when
she meets.
Claire knows that she's going to meet him, but he has not met her yet. He hasn't traveled.
She knew she was going to meet him?
So she knew she was going to meet him because and I can't remember where it comes up, but there is a mention about when it's supposed to happen. And he did say, be careful when you see me for the first time. Like, don't bombard me with everything.
Oh yeah, I remember him
know that you've already been going through this. So anyways, that's kind of where we start off. And he does like kind of warn her about when it's going to come and just how to behave. But anyways,
how to behave.
Yeah, kind of like that. But then we hop to she's 5 and he's 24. And that's kind of where it all starts.
Yeah.
At the furthest back for the both of them when they're.
That's so.
Yeah, very odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way it jumps around with his age. Can you imagine being this author and having to keep track of all this shit?
I mean,
you have to keep track of like what you said in every single page because you don't know like when it's going to come back up later. Like there's so much research.
Yeah, I know there are certain authors who do mess up, and like people catch like, hey, like this doesn't make sense or whatever. It's like a liar, you know. You gotta know what you're saying.
Right. All right, I wish I had the book for this one. Audible's good, a little hard to keep up if distracted. Yes, girl, same. I'm not using Audible this time because I was like, I did listen for like a brief second when I had to figure out where in Audible these chapters actually ended, because I think for 3 of the weeks it actually ends halfway through like a section. So I had to listen in a little, and I was like, you know
what I noticed is every time there's like a title is a chapter, I believe.
Yes.
So every time
each title is
I did do a little listening. So
with
like,
Audible, I think it stopped in between a chapter.
Really?
Technically, yeah. So sometimes in the longer sections of like their like Audible readings,
there was
like,
one long
like, across 2 or 3 of these, and so it did have to cut. Yeah, it's halfway through 27. So theirs is numbered, and that's how I had to do that. I had to go listen in, and I was like, you know, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pull out the good old paper and ink and read old school. I agree. Okay, hold on. I'm ready for us to get further into the future because their relationship is bordering on uncomfortable. Now, this is going to be like a major topic, so everybody just be kind because this is going to be a hard one. So we had people who didn't want to read this because they'd already read it again or before.
And they didn't like
that was the basis of the relationship. They were like, I don't want to read a book about pedophiles. And that's where we're kind of starting off. I mean, is anything actually happening? No. But does it feel like grooming? Yes. And so it's a very like fine line. And so a lot of people didn't want to read for this month, specifically because of that. And I completely understand. This is definitely not going to be for everybody. But that being said, it is uncomfortable. Their relationship so far, it's odd.
Yeah.
It is definitely not like you're just hanging out with your uncle who's like, it could have been done that way. And so I find it weird that she didn't. She like as an author, like she really went there on purpose when she didn't have to. Mm-hmm. They could have just had a friendship.
Well, when they're young, they did, right? Oh, I mean, just period. Like never make.
Well, no, I mean, we've got these parts where like they're getting closer and closer.
Right. When she starts getting shapely, right? He starts seeing her as his wife, his current wife. That's
he's having a hard time because as she gets older, he sees her as she is in where he's jumping to and from. Yeah. So I get that, but oh my God, I hate the 4th. I'm guessing you have a lot of fireworks in your area.
What's going on right now?
Right. I think you and Domo could handle it on your own, no pressure. I was deployed to the Persian Gulf in 2016. They said it was 130 with a 93% heat index. I've literally never seen one and would feel like 204. What do you even do? What do you even do in that?
You don't
Sorry,
know.
I had to pop that up because that was crazy. Des goes, where's your crew? We got this. Everybody's out. Start with fireworks. Yeah, that's gonna happen. I have a fire department right down my street, so I don't think that's gonna happen here. But I don't know. Time will tell.
Hey, I used to go to a block party where the chief was there and he had all the confiscated fireworks at the block party.
That's cool. But at least you know that like somebody who knows what they're doing is there.
They had all their
blowing off their
things.
And I had PTSD. Yeah,
that makes sense.
That's not going to be fun for you.
Yeah.
You need like a melatonin.
Yeah.
For evenings like this, I think. Okay, let me see if I can bring it down.
So maybe this is just my way to cope with the book. Is he meets her young, but he also meets himself young too. You know,
He does, and that's also odd. Like he hops in on himself jerking off. Like I feel like our author here just didn't want to shy away from the uncomfortable things, and that's okay. Good for her. And I don't have a problem with that. I can read these things and not get like freaked out or disgusted, and I'm not going to be
a little
like
weird that like
ban the book or anything. I don't feel like that. But I was like, I mean, if I walked in on myself at like 15 or 16, like, come on, that would be uncomfortable. And I'd be like, you can cover up, I'll leave.
Right? Like,
just odd.
Like I know it's me, but there's still privacy. I don't know.
Yeah, privacy. Yeah. Well, I mean, he doesn't know when he's gonna pop in, and he doesn't know where he's going until he's there.
But I was going to where he tried to take care of his younger self in his first travel.
Yeah, he did a good job with his first travel. I thought that was cute. He was like a good little mentor for him at the museum. That was cute. But then, as they get older, he's like, now we got to get to the basics. You need to learn how to steam.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I mean, couldn't he just beg people for food? He's a kid.
Yeah, but he's not going to be a kid forever.
No, that's true. That is true. All right, so we will read a couple things. I have a question. Everybody can think about it if they want. If you could jump back into your own life just to relive the day, not to change anything, do you know when you would go back to? And why? That's my one. I didn't put it in there. Saved it. So everybody can think about that for a second, and then we will get into these few comments. Teen has her recap, which I will do just to give myself a refresher. Yeah. Because I actually read all throughout the week. I pulled a good girl, so go me. But we did start off here. Teen highlighted, the last time I saw him, he was sucking my toes in the meadow. Yeah. I want to know how the fuck old she is when he is.
Yeah, so I did.
I was waiting for that to come up this week. I was like, it better explain.
I remember, yeah.
But I mean, for all we know, she could be, 18, and not that it isn't weird that some 40-year-old is probably sucking some 18-year-old's toes, but, to each their own. There are plenty of people who are just into, much older people.
Yeah. So, yeah, my brain kind of goes everywhere with that. Yeah, because he is older, and she's weirded out when she sees him young. She's like, "Whoa, what is?" Yeah, like she obviously prefers him, or did prefer him
more of a fatherly figure, but I don't know. Really glad it didn't come up as he's like an aside from their initial Henry's present meeting. It's going to be chronological for Claire. It seems to be following that. Yes. Yeah. We're kind of, as long as, we're not jumping back and forth too much, but I mean, we do. There are points when I guess he just jumps forward to their present, and then hops back to her childhood. So her childhood is, yes, in chronological at least, and then we'll see what happens. Anyway,
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say this, like, and I don't know if this is weird or how this is gonna sound, but like, so there's like, we go through old photos, right? Like when I'm 16, when Houston and I were dating, he's like, "Damn, look at how hot you are," and it's like, dude, I'm 16 there. He's like, "Yeah, but I thought it then. I could still think it now." I'm like, "Yeah, that makes sense, but like, it is like even that comment.
You're like, I'm 38. And saying that this like 17-year-old is hot, but that was my husband who was hot. So like,
no, yeah, I get it. No, he'll say that too, like, but there's that connection there, and so that's where I guess I'm going with it when he's with her and she's younger. Like, there's that. that connection there. I don't know. Does that make sense?
He's basing that off of memories.
Yes, he's based off memories and who, like, that's who I am.
Yeah,
And
so that's what makes it appropriate. At this point in time,
he's meeting her.
He is basing how he feels about her
based on who
they are together in the future. And what they do together in the future and what their life is like together in the future. So he already knows her and their life is already unfolding together. And he's hopping back to when she's 5 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 11, 13, etc. and is still seeing his wife. So that's like the odd part is these are not memories of his that he had.
No, I get that. Yeah, they're not. But
but it's okay for you to remember how he felt about you at that age. Not the same as 30 plus.
No, it's not. But what I'm even saying is there was a moment where like I was like, that's weird. It did weird me out. Like when when that happened before, I was just like, I don't know what it was. It was just I didn't want to say caught me off guard. Obviously he did then, and but it's just
This is interesting too. Like, why is he not jumping back? Like, she could have written a point where he jumps back and meets her as a teenager when he's a teenager, even for like a brief moment, like an in passing.
Oh yeah,
they didn't do that. So, and that would have been totally fine, right?
Yeah.
Well, that definitely would have made a difference, but it's still, like she said, bordering uncomfortable.
Because only his old self has met, not his young self met.
The youngest that he meets her is 32.
Okay.
From what I know. In her childhood, I think the youngest time that they are together is when he is 32.
We did get him as a teenager, but that was with himself.
Yes, he was 15 and 15.
But that was him visiting his 13-year-old self. We've never seen his
24 when he visited his 5-year-old self. He was 27 when he visited himself at 9. Then we see him at 19 for just a brief moment by himself, getting arrested. And so, and then he's 15 and 15 at that other, whatever that other point is. Wherever I put that. 15 and 15. But I think the youngest that she sees him is when, it's weird. 36, I think 32.
Has anybody seen the movie? Is the movie just as weird?
It was good. Okay. 32 is the youngest that she sees him, and she is 16 at that point. And the oldest so far that she sees him is 43, I think. And that's where it's super odd. Because at 43, she's 13. And I think that was when he started making comments about like her shape changing.
Yes.
Must you?
Yeah.
Like, I get it. I guess. No, I don't. But I'm going to try to. Hold on. Bear with me. He's already seen her in the future, and so he's done things with her in the future. And he is trying not to think about her this way.
He did say that, right? And then like I was saying, there is, I get there's not a memory there, but there's that connection, and I'm sure there's the mannerisms, her personality, like little
he's watching her form into the person that he knows her to be later. The little things that we all didn't get to see of our spouse growing up because we didn't grow up together.
Well, what I'm saying, like, also, like, I'm sure she still has like very similar mannerisms that he finds endearing, and then she's doing them. So it is a weird thing. It's like, oh wait, that's the thing you do that I like, but you're 13, because he said something like that, right? Like he was not wanting to go there, right? Like like there was like something like freckles on her nose, and he didn't want to touch them or something like that.
So when she's 13, he's 43, and that's when he shows up and is there before her. And she wakes up, runs down into the meadow, and sees that he's actually with her dad and brother, and something has gone on. Nobody knows what yet.
What happened? Did we find? I forget now.
We don't know yet what happened. We are waiting to find out what the hell happened that they are looking at and is going on. And all she says is, I know it was bad. Very bad. Whatever it was, she doesn't know. Yet. But I was like, I'm dying to know. All right. So tell me how, when her and her girlfriends are at 11 and they have the Ouija board at the party, and it says Henry. I mean, did she push it or did her friend push it? Because her friend didn't know Henry yet. That was when it starts coming up that she's like honest with her friend, I think Helen, about it.
Well,
like, we got a Ouija board up in here.
Because it did. How many times did it say Henry? Like twice, right?
Yeah. And married or husband or whatever it said. I was like, ooh.
She's like, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Ow. Let me get a towel. This shit's hurting my butt. These like are not comfy seats.
Go get that towel. That's not good to be uncomfortable. It said Henry and then husband, which I don't think she did it. So it's probably one, like in the book, it's a real thing, I'd assume.
Yeah,
because the one girl, like it was saying it was going one way, but then the girl was like nudging it.
Yeah.
For herself.
Knew that they would get married. Yeah, she did not know. And he only brings that up to her right toward the end of our reading. Yeah. Like, we're married. Like, and finally tells her, but probably because she's like a little bit older at that point. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to just quick read this. Where's our recap? All right. Henry's a time traveler, begins traveling as a young child, and through time travel teaches himself how to cope with problems his ability creates. Mostly nakedness and lack of money. He's in love with Claire. He regularly visits her in the meadow behind her house during childhood. She gets to know Henry for years before learning that they get married when she's older. The relationship during this period is problematic, a nice way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
If she were my child, I'd be pissed to find out about her meeting some grown man in a meadow for years. Thank you. As a teen, Claire goes on a date with a boy who assaults her badly. Henry is her knight in borrowed armor when he helps her get her revenge. Great moment, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Henry's a librarian. Claire is an artist. They officially meet in her 20s at a university library. Claire has known him almost her whole life at this point, but young Henry has never seen her. Henry's mother died when he was a child. They were in a car accident. Only Henry survived because he traveled himself out of the car. This is a moment that he travels back to many times. All right. Jessica says I overshot a little, so she right ahead. That's okay. Were you on Audible? Is that why? Okay. Caitlin says I've watched and loved the movie, never read the book. Have to say relationship during her childhood feels icky sometimes in ways that I didn't expect in the book. Reason being, these are things they clearly left out of the movie to make it feel less predatory. The tickles and foot rubs and the way he notices her developing body were kind of barf. Also, the incident at Henry and himself at 15 and 15, very awkward. All right. And then, so we have a new gal who's reading along with us, and I'm not sure when she's going to kind of pop in and out, but she is typing in Brandy Danielle. You'll see her name at some point. She said, but seriously, this scene hooked me right in.
But which one? I'm sorry, I missed it.
That was the last time I saw him. He was sucking on my toes in the bed.
Yeah.
So that was her comment to that one. And Teen was like, oh, shit's about to get real weird, and I'm here for it. Then she says, I finished this week's reading, and there are a lot of things we need to discuss. The first being, what is an appropriate age to have a tickle fight with the person who will one day be your wife, but is now 12 years old and you are a grown-ass man?
Yeah. So do you not do it because there will be, or there, like, can you turn off? this is you don't want to ask these questions because these questions can be asked in other ways,
Right.
and that's
An
but
actual
it's
predator can ask the exact same question.
yeah, but the difference is there is a true connection as adults.
Right. But
Like,
can you tickle can a 40-year-old man tickle a child and it not be uncomfortable? It's not his child.
no.
And that's that.
But
For
that's
me.
his wife.
Not yet. It is a child that is not his.
No, yeah. Well, how I was doing Audible, so I guess I think I
Oh my God,
did
where
hear
is
everything.
I might not. Let me see.
That's right. Claire doesn't have that connection, and that's probably what screws her up. That's why she's doesn't want to date any boys.
She starts getting jealous of him and
Of herself, right?
she doesn't know yet. So
But
yeah,
but
12 is when she starts becoming kind of jealous of
his
him
wife, right?
and his wife that she doesn't yet know is her. Yeah. Let's see. And I think it's 13 and 35. She's 13, he's 35 when their relationship becomes a little bit more inappropriate. But when was he doing that? Yeah, I don't know. See, I'm gonna have a time with this because of the fact that he continuously is saying, shh, don't tell anybody.
Right.
And that is like the opposite of what we want any child to ever know.
Well, that was like the first thing he said, right? Like, or he even said when he saw her at 6, here I'm an estranged man, and it's not like I would have to say don't tell your mom and dad, but that's like the last thing you want to say.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Young Claire doesn't have that connection. Exactly. That is the point. She doesn't have it. He does. And so for her, she's just.
He can't control where he goes, right? He just is always going to that meadow.
He can't control where. I don't think he can control where he's going.
It just happens, right?
I think it just happens. And then as he gets older, obviously, he's already lived his life. So he's hopping back and forth. And
Why
I think
he always
he's already lived
in the
his
meadow?
life. He's able to kind of, we don't know that yet, maybe.
Mm.
Maybe we'll find that out later. I don't know why it's that meadow. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's where the car accident was. Like where his mom died when he was in the car. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, maybe we'll find out. Hopefully. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
And then, so
okay. She's 12, I think, when they have the little tickle fight, and that's odd.
When was? Yeah, though.
I can tell you, it doesn't matter. Like
tickling
is weird anyway.
I was gonna say it's always been weird, but there's that time where like even your grandma would do it to you, and you're like, "Why are you doing this to me, grandma?" Like it was like
it's just uncomfortable anyway. So
it's like a torture.
Tickling is difficult because for some people, it actually just causes them to panic. It's like an immediate panic response. And so while your body is physically laughing out loud,
that's what I'm saying. It's a torture.
Trauma starts.
It's a torture.
It is.
You can't breathe.
It is. You can't breathe.
You can't control.
Hate being tickled. I always have. However, there was probably a time in my life when I was like, tickle me, as a kid. And I don't know why, because I still hated it.
Well, you like it for like a second, and then you're like, yeah.
And then you're like, God, get the fuck off.
Like Samus was like, tickle. Let's play tickle. Like she wants to be tickled.
Right.
And then she's like can't breathe. And she's like, stop. And then she's like, tickle me. I'm like, why are you torturing yourself?
It's funny. It feels good. But then there's a point where it doesn't. And
it's probably like spinning, where you spin to get dizzy. It's just like, I think it's just, what is that? Like just learning your senses.
So he couldn't control it at the beginning, but can later. And I think that's why he's able to let her know when he'll be back because he's already been there.
Yeah. See, I was wondering. I was trying to understand that too.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna come back," but it's only if he's older does he know when he's gonna come back. So if he's younger, obviously he doesn't know because he hasn't done that yet. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't like tickling. And I never, ever liked it with like uncles. It always was like, just don't tickle me, please.
Yeah.
Just don't tickle me. I thought it was like, if it's fine if it's my parents, my siblings, and I occasionally. But that was probably like their form of torture to me because like my sister would just sit down on me and or, it's that you're doing it on purpose to irritate the other person. So I don't know. And I don't like it when anybody else tickles our kids. It's not, their bodies are theirs. The problem is that it leads to like areas being touched, if not on purpose. And in that moment, you're like, that's not where I want you to like, I don't want you to touch me in any of those areas. And people always want to go for like inner thighs. And I'm like, stay the fuck away from my kids' inner thighs. Like, I don't want anybody tickling my kid. How do I tell grown adults that they should not be tickling my kids? Other than
just don't tickle. We don't tickle.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like so hard, especially if it's like a family member and you have to say it to them. But so reading about all this, I was like, I just don't like the tickling stuff. I don't like his little comments. I don't like his little thoughts about a fucking child. It's irritating me at this point. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't think tickling is appropriate at any age unless you are both consenting adults to tickle.
The same age. At any age unless you're consenting at the same
Yeah,
age.
I guess there's that. Like, Desiree will come fucking tickle me right now. I hate it. Still hate it. Immediate, I'm like, ugh. But then I'll get her back. So, all right. So did I. Yeah. You can travel when, where, to whatever date and time later on. So that's kind of where we're at with that. Okay. So if you guys could travel to any pastime, where would you go? When would you go? I guess. When would you go to? Let's ask that one before I bring up my favorite moment of this week.
Did you think of a moment since you had that question?
I think that for me, I don't have a lot of memory. Like my memory going back right now is like stunted by all the things that like I have going on in my daily life. So it's like hard to remember like a specific time. But like maybe from looking back at photos, those are probably the times that I would want to go back to like kind of see it if I could from my current perspective from the outside.
Right.
So I think that there was a time when I was pretty little and mom was playing with us at the cabin and we were just shoveling leaves into like this ridiculous little wheelbarrow. And I think Desiree was pretty tiny at that point. It was just her and I, but I don't know. I'd want to go back and just kind of watch that, to see my mom young and to see, just kind of how she mommed with us when we were toddlers and teeny. And I don't know. She was always good at it from what I remember, but it'd be nice to see it as an adult with kids. Maybe that. Nothing else. I don't know. There's nothing I need to really relive. I might pop into like the moment that I met CJ for the first time because it was embarrassing, So just kind of watch that go down that whole evening again and then pop back out. But hard question, right? I don't know. Not a whole lot. Y'all already know I said it last time, right? I don't need to relive my life or rewatch my life. I pretty much don't. It's true.
So there was a December where our dog had puppies and it was just such a like magical time with the puppies everywhere.
Yeah.
And like people asked me a lot of questions and like that's a memory that just really like hit
was a good
like it's gonna. I'll probably be old, and that's probably might be like.
That'll be the memory that you go back to.
Yeah, it was just so fun and great.
Oh,
That and I don't know. I'd like to like just be at my wedding again, just
as a
because.
guest watching.
Yeah, because so much happened that I missed. So much, like to see it like
It just
happen
also,
so fast too.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but I'd like to. I think that'd be a fun thing to
yeah.
visit.
My wedding was fun. I mostly remember it. You know, there's a lot that I don't, and a lot I didn't get to do because people are pulling you into like every different direction, and it's
That's
so
what I
hard
mean too. Yeah.
to be a part of your own wedding, getting like yanked in every direction from your guests, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
you're supposed to travel to all these tables and say thank you and blah blah blah. But you know, like I said, maybe the moment I like first met CJ, that was a kind of funny one, and because
Mm-hmm.
I still vividly remember when he and I fell in love, and so I don't need to jump back to that.
Right.
Sitting in a car talking, and it was raining, and we both just knew at that point that like that was it. We were gonna be forever. This was like dating a couple weeks too, so you know, I don't need to go back to that quite yet, but maybe in the future, that would be where I could like
Yeah.
go and watch. I don't know,
For,
but that was a really private moment. Maybe just do it once and be done. And I don't know. I would want to go back and tell my younger self that I was transgender. Girl, you know, the hard thing with that is like, do you give yourself that like leg up and say like, this is who you are, so that you just kind of always know and you're never guessing? Or do you become the person that you are because you weren't sure at that time? You know, it's like, I wouldn't want to go change anything. I just would want to, however, I can imagine that would be a scenario where maybe you would want to go back and just be kind to yourself, your little self, and say, look, girl, I got you. This is who you are. You'll find out later. I agree with the wedding. Happened too fast and get to see everyone as much as I wanted. See, it's hard. You want to like spend time with the people that you love that are there, but you also want to spend time with like your partner when you're like in that moment together. And I don't know. I would have eaten more damn food. I can tell you that. I paid for it and I barely ate it. I sat down to eat and somebody yanked me right out of my seat to go dance. And I don't remember who that was, but it was probably Sherry. CJ's mom. I just call her right out. She's in Canada and won't watch this today. Or maybe she is. But she did. She pulled me up to dance 100,000 times though. Because CJ doesn't. CJ doesn't dance. I got my wedding dance and that was it. That was enough. Yeah. Oh my goodness. But I don't know. You ladies, any other? Rebecca? Is there a day you want to just go back and watch right now from the outside? I guess not relive. Watch it.
Yeah.
It's
totally different to watch it than.
Yeah, watch it from the outside, like with your current knowledge, your own, you know, personal history behind you.
But being there in the moment, because it's different. Like I could look at a video, but being there, being in the environment and
seeing
everything.
it from a different POV.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I'd love to see like certain facial expressions that you make like the first time something happens.
Yeah.
Like the first first time that like when Leo was dropped off to us, it was like midnight. And it was CJ's 35th birthday. So he was CJ's 35th birthday gift. Yeah. They called us on CJ's birthday when we were going to dinner. And so Leo was supposed to come that night, but he came right at midnight, technically the next day. We don't count it that way. That was a birthday gift. But just the moment he came in, I'd love to like just kind of watch that from the outside because it's so overwhelming. Like, you know, when your baby is first born and all like the whirlwind of that, it's similar when you're receiving a baby into your home. Although your emotions have not just done this. So probably easier from the perspective I had, but either a Christmas when my girls were small or a random summer vacation day with my siblings. Forts in the woods. See, yes. My siblings and I did similar shit. Forts in the woods. Oh my God. We used to make bow and arrows. Oh, and we fucking shoot them at each other too. We were not very good. Luckily, nobody ever got hurt, but we had so much fun. We paint our faces like war paint and we go running through the woods. get stuck in trees.
Mm.
Ugh. Couldn't say there'd be a time I would want to relive. No, not relive. Is there a time that you want to go like watch again in your life? You know, like when your kids are born, or you know, graduation.
Just that one moment, like
graduation
one happy
from something,
moment.
just like watch your own face in like your own graduation from, you know, like academy or whatever you went through, you know, something like that. Yeah. Or, oh, nothing you would want to relive or watch. She's like, nah, I'm good. I'm in the point in my life where 20 years from now, I want to hop back to this. But
Yeah,
prior,
what's your quote, Tosh? I don't need to.
I don't need to rewatch my life. Mm-hmm.
There we go.
That's Jessica. That's your quote now, girl. Oh my goodness. Okay, did I have anything else? Oh, I wanted to say my favorite moment for this week, because there was a goodie, and it was right after Claire was assaulted, and this is why. That motherfucker Jason is a piece of shit, first of all. Secondly, for anybody, and I'm not going to like name any names, but for anybody who's ever loved somebody who has been hurt in a similar fashion, for them to have been strong enough to open up to you at that moment, I would have gone with them anywhere to fix it. And for Claire, she was strong enough to be honest about it. And that is not the case for so many people. Is it because she has a closeness with an adult and she feels safe to tell this adult that? I mean, she clearly does. But she confided in him and said, but not only confided, said, I need you to help me fix this. And I need you to help me make it better. And at the end of that, she felt better. And she felt strong enough that when she was in the locker room with all the other girls, she was like, I'm not going to have them talking behind me. Or talking
this part,
behind me. They're just looking at her. Everyone's quiet. She's uncomfortable. And she's like, no, fuck that. I am going to show them the truth. And that's what she did. Because as you saw, she only called all the girls to come and save his ass. So they only saw him. And they saw what was written on his chest. We don't see that. But we know that it was the account of the bullshit that he put her through. So for them to then have to see what that looks like, the aftermath of that, for her to be strong enough to take off her shirt and show them, this is what he did to me. I was like,
yeah,
I don't know if I in my life have ever been that strong. But I would, if someone could have ever confided in me in that moment and said the same thing, I would have been like, let's go. I'll do it. I will go anywhere with you. I will do anything right now. Let's tie him to a tree, but I might gut him.
So there's moments in their life, because he never knew what that scar was until that he came back from that, and then that's when he kissed it. Then she realized that she had to know he just found out because of his age now.
She's like, now I know where he just went.
Yeah,
he just found out how I got this scar.
That
was a good moment too between them, because it's like words don't need to be spoken.
Yeah,
in some things, but had 2 bad marriages. Well, probably don't want to relive those. Nope.
Makes sense.
But yeah, that was my favorite moment, was when she not only asked for help, because a lot of girls and women, boys and men, a lot of people, human beings, do not ask for help, nor do they ever. No, yeah, they sweep it under the rug. But do they ever even say these words out loud to themselves or to anyone else? And that is so impossible for so many people. So I was like, it's nice to read that that's not how that happened for her. And I honestly don't even remember right now what part of that, if at all, is in the movie. So. I don't know what that is. Yeah, we only have the one.
Yeah. All he had to do was
had when he went back to present. They acknowledged it, but didn't make her talk about it and relive it. No. And I feel like the reason being for that is that they'd already had their moment and it wasn't necessary to relive. And with which
that too, right? Like they did what they needed to do, and there.
And that was it. Did what they needed to do. You don't need to talk about it again. Letting you know if somebody ever, with any of you, call me. call me. We won't be just tying somebody to a tree. Probably shouldn't have admitted that out loud. Might not have had a slip of the tongue if I'd had a cocktail today. Just kidding. I'm just drinking water. I thought maybe when I return to the scene of the crime, I don't want to start early.
Yeah. It's hot too. You need some hydration. I get that.
I've been getting headaches because it's so hot outside. And then when we go inside, we have AC finally. It's the first time he and I have ever had AC growing up. We didn't have it in our houses growing up, apartments growing up, anywhere. In any of the places we lived before here. It's amazing. It is so different than having to use like a window box one.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Let's see. Another things that have happened. We never say anything to anyone yet. A lot of people now. It's because you don't have Domo there being a bad influence. She honestly, I think I started it that day because I had a couple of White Claws before she even showed up. And then was just pretending I was getting started at that moment. So,
but then I'm not good at reading, and I'm just like, yeah, let's all keep going.
No, she's definitely a good hype girl. She's my hype girl that day. You guys know that. Hold on, that's Christmas Eve too. I wanted to see right here. Where was it? Christmas Eve 1.
What were we looking for?
I was looking for the moment when she goes to school, what she says at the end. First of all, Helen is a good friend. I want a Helen. I have a Helen. I have you guys and my sister have Helens all over the place. I just meant, what a good Helen.
Yeah.
Even young, she has a good Helen. Anyway, so after all of that, all the girls in the locker room start clapping, cheering, laughing.
I like that.
And I feel light as air. To imagine like the burden of what you've just gone through. And to feel the validation of a bunch of girls who help you just like release it.
Because that's hard too. Like being that age, being around that.
Well, and everyone knows. Like you put it out there for everyone to know so that they would be warned about him.
Yeah.
Then to show up at school and everyone's looking at you and everyone knows. And, you know, I mean, even when like you have the situations where somebody says something that happened that didn't and everyone's still looking at you. And you're like, it doesn't even matter if I tell the truth. It won't matter.
No, I've warned people about people,
good
friends, and then it's like, wait, are you seriously considering? And they did. And it's like,
and then they go through some shit, and you're like, fuck, I tried to protect you.
Like I said, that's what happened.
Yeah, that's like those moments where you're like, okay, I'm not gonna say I told you so. I'm gonna say I tried to protect you. I was really hoping that this wouldn't happen. And that's like the only way that you can respond without being such a dick face. Like Jason was a dick face.
Yeah.
But, I was hoping she would have kicked him in the balls.
Yeah.
Henry, come on. Anyway. All right. Anybody else have a good moment that they enjoyed this week? Yes, maybe so. You know, I think we kind of talked it all out. I don't know.
What are we reading?
I don't remember where our stopping point is quite yet. Let me see if I put it on here. No. I added it to our group so I can go back to that. Hold on. We are stopping at which chapter? Home is anywhere you hang your head. So when you see that title or hear that title, that's where you will end. Home is anywhere you hang your head. And it should be for people reading in the book, page 215. And anyone listening in audio,
Yeah.
It's going to be halfway into chapter 53. So when you're listening and you hear halfway through chapter 53, home is anywhere you hang your head. That's
Saturday, May 9th. Or you stop at Saturday.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, do not read. Home is
okay.
Anywhere you hang your head, stop there.
If it is May 9th, 1992, do not read it.
Ooh. Don't hop into May 92. Yeah. And then, so that'll be 2/5 of the week done. I like the 5-week thing.
Yeah.
I love a good July. I love it because we can read a longer book. We don't always get to. And this one's a nice thick one. This is the thickest.
Yeah. And it's summertime, so like the kids aren't as, well, unless you're Anna, but kids aren't as busy.
Yeah, that's true.
So we can indulge a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree. Do a little bit more reading, because even if you are having summer days and you're like Anna is, sitting out the fields a lot in between things, and I know that's when she gets a lot of reading done. She brings her books, so but she's good. She'll sit and just like read at night and just go on and on and on until she knocks out. I was a little intimidated by this book at first. Then I realized that
you're like the fast reader,
right? See, and why did it pop up? There we go. Yeah. Gotta love when we got the 5 weeks with a thick book. We're still reading about 100 pages, but it was a little easier, obviously, than trying to cram 100 extra pages divided by 4 weeks. 125, 30 pages, that'd be hard. But no, we're going to make a long journey of this one. A lot of back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is anybody else reading anything else on the side? I know we've kind of discussed a little of that. I started like 4 different books.
Did you finish any of them yet?
I have not finished any. I mentioned them before. Des and I wanted to do like a sister read.
That's cute.
So we grabbed The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue.
That's a pretty cover. I like the.
It is by V.E. Schwab. It is so pretty. And it has our favorite, what is it called? Deckle something rather edges.
I'm not good at that, but yes, I love those pages.
Deckly edges, whatever they're called. I'm excited to read this one. So we shall see. Another someone who's lived for a very long time.
For the Throne. This one? Is that the from what we did?
Oh yeah, Hannah Witten's part 2 of For the Wolf. That's the one that's about her sister.
Okay.
Little at a time when I have extra time. That's good. I haven't read that one yet, but I have it. So
there's something I wanted to.
When I get through that, I want to start Dark Enough to See the Stars. Ooh, that's on my list too. I have that one on my list too. That one looks good. You got anything on your horizons, Dominique, or you just like to read a book a month?
I got a video game I've been trying to play, but I have no time.
Ooh, there you go. What game?
The new Zelda one.
Oh yeah, you mentioned it.
But like, I went to go on a trip somewhere. No, to you with the book club trip, and I thought I packed my Switch, but I packed the wrong Switch. I have my own.
Ooh.
The kids got packed with mine, so I didn't have the game with me. I was gonna do it on the plane and everything, and and every time I try to get it,
you still haven't gotten to play it?
Because it's like one of those, like, you have to like set a good amount of time involved, because there's just so freaking much in this world.
Yeah. Wow.
And then like the other day I tried, it was like an evening, and I was like, oh, I actually have time. And I think the charger I had was a crappy charger. It was not enough power to charge up my freaking Switch. And so honestly, if I have extra time, I'm gonna be doing a video game.
Yay, that's cool. I've been playing Jurassic Park. Oh my god, I love Jurassic Park games. Love music. Yeah, and Leo is still running through the house singing like the Jurassic Park theme or humming
I
it,
love
whatever you
it.
want to call it. And then also he's been getting into like the Indiana Jones stuff lately. So I'm hearing
Oh,
the
that'd be
Indiana
fun.
theme.
So you're gonna go see that one?
Yeah, yes, I'd like to. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
He's running through the house dun, 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 all day long.
That's cute.
He and I don't know why he started doing it, but CJ and I do it where we like sing whatever is going on to a tune.
Oh yeah.
So like as you're cooking,
Yeah,
you
you
might
just
sing like to the tune of a song that's in your
Mhm.
head, even if it doesn't have words normally, but you're
and it's
like,
just silliness.
I am cleaning, like for no reason.
Mhm. Is that a parent thing? Is it you just
I
do that as
don't
a
know,
parent?
but Leo has always done it too, and I don't know if
Okay.
he ever
Yeah,
was
kids. I think kids, and then you try to stop it. Some of us do, and then as a parent, you pick it up again. I think.
right. Maybe she's playing on the PS5, and you have a Switch. See, plenty of extra stuff to do there. I love a good video game. I don't mind. CJ and I are still just goofing off on Call of Duty every night. So, and then some nights I'll just sit next to him and read.
Yeah, it's
Have
yeah.
all those
Because
things.
now he has Houston to play along with.
Yeah, now he has his his bestie to play games with. It's nice to have somebody to hop online with and goof off on a video game.
Right? Yeah, we all need that.
That was like back in the day when we all used to get on to, what was it? Was the Sackboy one?
Oh yeah,
Little
Little
Big
Big Planet.
Her house
That
and
was
my
fun.
house would like go together on that game because sometimes you needed extra people to get through.
Yeah, so to get like
Yeah, to get a certain reward, and so we would like hop in and play them and like help each other all out to collect these rewards.
that was a fun one. Cute.
That was cute. It's a good game. The kids are all playing those right now, by the way. And Bella is so good.
Yeah,
You would never know, but she is. She's great.
that's
Trying
cute.
to sport game for Switch. I don't really play on the Switch. The kids do.
I'm not a big sports one myself.
It's like mini golf.
I don't know.
I might play that. I like the ones that have like the carnival games occasionally. Those are fun.
Yeah, just some like little silly kind of game to just pass a little bit of the time.
Yeah, definitely. Just pass a little time. Well, with those, what is it? The Mario Party?
Oh, Mario Party, yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
we
you
do
could set
those.
it. You could set like a short game,
Yeah,
a big game.
Yeah. Mario Party's fun. All four of us will play on that. But that's kind of the only time I really ever play with the Switch. So
Yeah.
let's see. Got my mother in bowling.
the
I like the
bowling.
bowling ones. Those are fun because you gotta like.
And you feel like you're
sweep.
doing something.
That was fun back in the day when we used to play it on
The
the
Wii
Wii.
Sports.
Yes. Okay. Wii
Yeah.
Sports was kind of cool though.
Yeah.
It was definitely bowling for me.
You make your little Wii, whatever.
Yeah,
it
you're
was.
me, Wii me. That was fun. I
Oh,
like that one. Ooh. On the Wii, there was an Agatha Christie game back in the day. I think there were a few that came out.
really?
So I got shingles when I was 25, and I couldn't do anything. I was just stuck. I couldn't like walking hurt, breathing hurt, eating hurt, showering hurt. Like
That's what they say.
everything was painful. And so it was about a month and a half. I couldn't do a damn thing. Really, it was just awful. And so I played this game. We just happened to get it. It was like a secondhand game at like GameStop, and we were like, I don't know, I'll try it. I love Agatha Christie everything. So I decided I was gonna get that. I played that the whole time. It was just all I could do, and it had so much. It was so much fun because I'm the kind of person who's gonna stop and collect every coin.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like if you could bounce and hit like Mario's coin 5 times and get the final,
get it all.
I'm getting it. And I'm going to go check every behind the scenes.
Like where you like get the 100% on the level.
I want 100% when it's completed. I want that. And so I got 100% with that game, and I absolutely adored it. It was such a fun little mystery to play.
You know what? I think.
Did you maybe play the same one?
No, I didn't play it, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay. It was fun. It was fun on the Wii. Because you just kind of, for that one, you were just pointing in direction.
Right.
You like read, you had to do some puzzles, you had to like remember shit.
I like the puzzle stuff.
Remember anymore.
I like the puzzle stuff.
Yeah, puzzle games are great. I love puzzles. Anything that makes me feel like I'm smarter than I am.
Right?
You know,
Look
you're
what
like,
I found.
figure it
Well, you
out.
found it. It led you there, but still.
Yeah, but I like
found
the
it.
ones that are like not only that, but then like once you get there, you gotta get this like door open.
Mhm.
And there's like some crazy puzzle, and you gotta remember some shit you like learned or saw from like way back.
Oh yeah.
You get like the code, and then I don't know. I love it all. Sounds like I have OCD. I do. I absolutely do. And I do have to get 100%, and it's very hard to play with the kids in video games because kids like to run through.
Mhm.
They just want to like get through it as fast as possible and get to the next level. And I'm like, we just missed everything.
Well, see, that's why it's taking me so long. With, like, that's why I won't play as a Zelda unless like
Because
I
you know you have
have.
to be able to do
wanna
every single
explore
side
and-
quest, and yeah. Yep, I get it. I get it. Oh yeah, OCD, ADHD, you name it. That's about it.
Mm.
I used to have a lot of different OCDs though. That's where like all of my like extra cleaning and stuff comes from too.
I have mine is like a it's a completion thing. That's like if even like freaking Legos toys, like I don't want to know. I don't want to know what's in the set, because then when I start putting it away and if it's not complete, I freak out and I'm scouring looking, and my brain, I can't relax and calm down. He's just like, just don't think about it. I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I can't.
No, when you told me that,
I would love to not think about it. I would love to. He's like, why is it bothering you so much? I'm like, I'm not choosing for it to bother me. I really don't want to be thinking about this stupid little whatever.
One little Lego piece. It's like a fire. It's never going to sit back on the top of that torch.
Oh, yeah. And then you just look at it, you just see, like, incomplete. You're like,
yeah, I agree.
Just need to throw it away now. Throw it away.
I love Legos. So we have Legos that are family Legos and mommy daddy Legos. Like CJ and I will do date nights where we just like eat snacks
and Lego
and put some Lego together and like put on a show in the background or something, just so we can like not have little hands all over these, spilling them everywhere. Plus, once the kids like just take everything apart after it's built, it drives me nuts. Like Aiden, my brother did it. He was very sweet. Helped him put together the Black Pearl, which was like 1,500 pieces or some shit at the time. Immediately after he had finished it, within the hour, he had already demolished it. And he was like 10 at the time or something like that. Maybe eight. He was obsessed with pirates, so we get him that, and then I'm like, I don't want to put it together because I know what's going to happen. Sure enough, my brother was like, fuck this, I'm never doing it again. So we have separate ones, but now when he demolish it, all of the colors are in their own bag now, so there's no confusion. Like, they all have their, like, for everything. We've got like 30 sets. Fuck that. All the red pieces are in this bag. You'll find it a lot easier that way. Super glue the damn thing, right?
Well, see, but I have the Voltron Lego set where you could take it apart. So you could, like, a Voltron has all the different pieces, and there's pieces missing on that one because kids come over and nobody touched it, but there's a little pieces here and there. I'm like, who touched Voltron? Like,
right? And you got to go to the Lego store and try and find that piece that's missing. And
they're good though. They're good. If you go and you send them there's some like specialty pieces that they don't like remake, but most of the pieces you can. But I can't glue that thing because it's all moving parts and stuff.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I love Legos. I don't know.
I do and I don't.
Them too. But I'm like that with everything though. I have to start and finish, and it needs to be completely complete. So like even a task around the house, I have a really hard time because my ADHD has me, just like all those TikToks where you see like the person with ADHD like start one task and then they go to like, okay, well, I'm going to take this into the other room to put it away. But then when they get there, they set it down because they see the next thing that needs to be picked up. So I have a hard time with that because I just want to complete the first task. Like I need to complete it or I feel like I haven't done anything. So even if it's like 99% complete, I feel like I didn't do anything today because all of my projects
nothing is completed. Yeah,
only a percentage complete, and I'm like, then it's not complete.
Well, you look around, you're like, nothing's like I spent so much time. I've been
Nothing's
so busy, and
done.
nothing's done.
Yeah, I didn't stop moving today, but you cannot see anything that's
Progress.
complete.
Yeah,
like,
that. Yeah.
Yeah, no progress. Exactly. Glue
Actually, now that I remember, there was a dad that made like a glue that was like a spray that you spray on the Legos, but if you put it in water, it does dissolve.
So don't take it outside or into your bathtub.
Yeah. Well,
that's cool though. A spray glue. That's not bad.
Yeah, it was made for. That's right. I remember that. I should look into that again.
Should. Not to go glue everything together.
Right. Isn't that what the Kraken was on the Lego movie though?
Yeah.
That was like the bad stuff.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Crackle it together.
I'll be the bad guy in that.
I'll be the bad guy and glue it together. Exactly. Mom and Dad put together like the Disney castle and glued it, and now
I can't take it apart.
Never be able to do it myself. No, you would just destroy it if it was done. So.
And not put it back together. Come on.
Exactly.
Well,
all right, guys. I think we could probably hop off and enjoy the rest of our evening, especially because everybody, half of you are on vacation and the other half are getting ready to do something for the 4th. So, call it a night, and we will see everyone hopefully on Sunday next week. You'll be out of town next week, right?
Yes, I will be at a youth camp being a counselor.
Oh, is that the one that you did last summer?
Yeah.
Have fun.
It's gonna be longer.
Don't be breaking in boots this time. I know you broke in boots with your long.
Yeah.
What was it? I don't even remember how long.
Oh, that thing. That was just a.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah,
I was just saying because you were boots on. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I have my boots already broken. It's just breaking in with the kids. That's all.
Breaking in the kids. Yeah. Well, good luck with that. Yeah, have fun. So she's gonna be gone next week. Some of y'all are gonna have to hop on with me because I don't know where the fuck these other bitches are. Yeah. And I can't be here by myself.
She can't do this alone. Come on, don't do that to her.
Not just sit here and talk.
Or she could, but
yeah. So somebody's hopping on. All right, bitches. Okay. Well, enjoy your 4th of July. Happy 4th to everybody.
Everybody too, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully some of you sleep through it, Jessica, and the rest of you just have fun. Have a good night, bitches. We will see you next week.
Good night.
Good night.